Good morning, it's your boy Milbert CSO, and I am here to report to you the quick sort, and I am from BSIT2B. Hope you enjoy, follow, and subscribe. And foremost, so what is quick sort? So dito pa lang sa word na quick sort, we can deduct na it is quick at sorting from the word pa lang quick eh. So quick sort is a fast method for sorting numbers. So mabilis siya mag-sort ng mga numbers. It works by choosing one number as a pivot. So ito siya magiging middle part. The pivot is the middle part, which is then placing all numbers on one side and all large numbers on the other side. So, ang function nito is from the pivot that we have chosen or is chosen for you, it compares other smaller numbers and put it on the one side. Next is comparing the pivot again from the other numbers. If it is larger, then put it on the other side para magiging siya, middle ground lang para ma-arrange it is lesser or greater. This process is repeated until all numbers are arranged from the smallest to largest, and from that we can conclude na it is very efficient talaga kasi it chooses a pivot, then it makes an arrangement from smallest to largest. Hello, and now we have an example of quicksort. Dito makikita natin kung paano siya gagawin step by step. So we have here given of 6, 4, 2, 5, and 1. So step 1, this is how we chose a pivot. So in the given example, we pick the last element as the pivot, which is the last element here is 1. Then this will be our ground. Ito siya ang ating testing ground. Ito siya ang example na ating gagamitin if it is lesser or greater. Then, step 2, which is the next part, is partition. We divide the list by comparing each number to the pivot. So, here we have less than 1 since wala naman tayong number na lesser than 1. So, put it here. Then, here rather. Then, we compare it if it is greater than 1, and by the given chosen from the above, we have 6, 4, 2, and 5, which is this part. So this give us nothing, then 1, 6, 4, 2, and 5. So the next one is, so in step 3, we use recursively apply quicksort. Now we sort the right subarray. So choose a pivot, which is from the step 2, I mean the step 1, we chose the last element. So the last element is 5 here. I'm sorry for the arrow. So it is 5. So from from step 1, we just copy it again, but we use the right side of the array, which is the 6, 4, 2, and 5. So since 5 is the last number of the last element of the array, so the pivot now is 5. So the next step again, we bring again the partition, which is what numbers are less than 5. So from the right side array, we have 6, 4, 2, and 5. So what is lesser is 4 and 2. So we have it here, 4 and 2. So the next part again, we compare the pivot if it is greater than the pivot of 5, since we have a 6 number which is greater than 6. So we have it here. So now we have nothing of an array, and 1. The next is we have this one, we copy it, 4, 2, and the middle ground, which is the pivot, 5. Then next we put the 6, which is the last number of the pivot right now. So here we have the next is we sort it again. The left side of the array, which is this one, is the 4 and 2. So we choose again the pivot since it is the first step again. And we all know, if mag-choose tayo ng pivot, we choose the last element once again, which is number 2. So this one, we have 2. So partition once again, what numbers in the given of array is lesser than 2. So we have nothing once again. So next, what is greater than 2? Now we have 4. Since ang copy nito is from this one, ang magiging output niyan is like something like this. 0, nothing, 2, and 4. So from dito, tanggalin lang natin to. Then we make it 2 and 4. So wala na tayong next na. So here, sorry for the naputol yung recording. So last ko lang ngayon na check. So the final output of the sorting is 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So I hope you get that part. And so next we have this question. So why is quicksort effective? So bakit nga ba siya effective? So quicksort is effective because it reduces work by breaking a large list into smaller part. So like we can dedicate this into our lives instead of like in business, instead of someone handling like one man handling a business all by himself, he hires manager, workers, staff para malesen ang kanyang work while still maintaining income, pero like that. So it reduces work, making it more efficient, making it more effective. So instead of comparing every element with all others, it quickly divides the list into simpler pieces that are easier to sort, like we have done before in the last slide. This divide and conquer approach makes quicksort one of the fastest sorting algorithm in practice. So I hope you get that part, and that would be all. So now the fun part. So first of all, in the include stdio, it is the header file. We include the stdio.h header file is needed so we can print if function to display output on the screen. So we have hashtag include less than stdio.h greater than, and now we can proceed to the swap function, which is this function is used to exchange the values of two elements in the array. It receives 2 pointers, which means it directly modifies the original value, which is void swap parentheses int pointers a comma int pointers b. Then inside the function, we create a temporary variable to store the value of a, which is int temp equals pointer a semicolon. Then we assign the value of b to a, which is the same, not the same, with the same step, but pointers a is equals to pointers b. Next one, finally, we assign the stored value in temp to b, completing the swap, which is pointer b is equals to temp, parentheses, then closing bracket. Next one is partition function. After the swap, we define the partition function. This function is responsible for placing the pivot in its correct position. We choose the last element of the in partition, I missed that part, which is in partition parenthesis int array int low comma int high. Then inside that, bracket int pivot is equals to int high. So we choose the last element as pivot. int I is equals to low minus 1. To set it to position before the first index, this variable will track where smaller elements should be placed. We used for loop to go through the array from low to high minus 1. For parenthesis, int j is equals to low, semicolon, j is less than high, semicolon, j is increment. So next, if the current element is smaller than the pivot, we'll increase I and swap the element to smaller values. Move to the left. If parenthesis rj is less than pivot, then I increment, swap parenthesis and r I comma and rj. After the loop ends, we swap the pivot with the elements at I plus 1. This places the pivot in its correct sorted position. Swap parenthesis and r array I plus 1. Next is and r high. Next, we return I plus 1 and closing bracket. Next, we have the quicksort function. Next, we define the quicksort function. This function applies the quicksort algorithm, sorry for that one, recursively. So we have void quicksort parenthesis int r comma int low comma int high. Then we have the opening bracket. First, we can check if the array has more than one element. If low is less than high, then we call the partition function and store the pivot index. Then int pi is equals to partition bracket, parenthesis array comma low comma high, semicolon. Then quicksort parenthesis array comma low comma pi minus 1. This is where we recursively apply quicksort to the left subarray. Then after that, we recursively apply quicksort to the right subarray, which is quicksort parenthesis array comma pi plus 1 comma high parenthesis closing bracket, then closing bracket. So next, we have the main function. Now we move to the main function where the program start executing. So we declare an array with single digit numbers to make the sorting easy to understand. That's why we chose 6, 4, 2, 5, 1 kasi mas simple siya. Mas madali siyang maano. We can simply in the eyes, mas madali siyang tingnan. So int r is equals to 6, 4, 2, 5, and 1, which is single digit numbers. Then we can calculate the number of array. Int n is equals to the size of array. Size of array divided by size of array 0. Then we can call a quicksort function and pass the array along with its starting and ending index. So quicksort parenthesis array comma 0 comma n minus 1. So print f sorted array. After sorting, we can print that one. So next, we use the loop to print each element of the sorted array. By using for loop, which is for parenthesis int I is equals to 0 semicolon I is less than n, then we increment our I. Magiging 1 na siya. Next, printf quote %d. So this is we use for for integers. Then as long as we done, then we we print it again until we return to 0. So the final output for that one is 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So we proceed on the next slide para sa ating flowchart. To furthermore explain it in a better detail, kasi medyo tagilid yung pag-explain ko kanina sa flow ng code. So here we have in my notepad is the flowchart nating gagamitin or the work of the code. So in the element first, we have this one. We have the given array which has the elements 6, 4, 2, 5, and 1. So at the previous slide, we have established na the pivot is equal to the last element. So last element is equals to pivot, then pivot is equals to 1. So now dito tayo sa partition. So we may line dito sa gitna dito. Oh, imagine na lang natin na straight yung line. Kasi pasensya na, naka-mouse lang ako, di ako masyadong artist, magaling mag-drawing. So sorry for that one. So now we have pivot 1. So the elements that are less than 1, so we have nothing here. So next one is greater than 1. So we have 6, 4, 2, and 5. Then we proceed to the next step, which is we find the pivot of this element or this array, which is the last element once again. So the pivot is equals to 5. So in the left side, we have elements that are less than 5, which is 4 and 2. And the next one is elements that are greater than 5. Then the answer is 6. So ito complete naman dito. So we will not touch this one anymore. So next, we have, since napamantay array, meron pa tayong array dito, then we find the pivot again, which is 2, since it is the last element of this array. So next naman is we find the elements that is less than 2, so we have none na. The next is the elements that is greater than 2, which is 4. Then this will equals to the pivot of this one of the first array. Since you're wondering bakit di na tayo nagpo-proceed dito, since meron tayong code na nag-establish na if the elements all have more than one element, magpo-proceed tayo sa next code, which is this one. Ang paghahanap ng pivot, then finding the lesser element value and the greater element value. So next one, the final combination is, let me explain this one part. So saan ba to magiging pivot? Ang 4 magiging pivot siya dito sa 6, 4, 6, 4, 2, 5, and 1. Diyan siya magiging pivot. So pero di na natin i-follow tong format, siya na lang dito magiging pivot sa all. So what are the elements that are lesser than 4? So we have 1 and 2. What are elements that are greater than 4? We have 5 and 6. So in the left side, i-copy natin siya dito sa final sorted array. We have 1 and 2, since the pivot is the middle part. Then we put the 4. Next, ano naman ang mas malaki pa sa 4, which is greater value greater value than 4, we have 5 and 6. From this, 5 and 6. So then, next part, since ito lang man, same lang naman sila, we copy it down here in the final sorted array, which is 5 and 6. So the final sorted array is equals to array 1, 2, 4, and 5. So that would be all. And that would be all. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and thank you so much everyone. It is your boy once again, Milbert C. Eso, and I am from section B, BSIT 2B. And that will be all about InquiSort. I hope you learned something. I'm still currently learning as well as I'm a student pa. And I hope you learned something from me, and that is very much appreciated. I hope you can follow, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And see you soon on the next video. That will be all. Thank you so much everyone, and goodbye. God bless. Always pray, and thank you so much, God. And that will be all. Thank you once again.